Alright.
Alright.
Alright, let's get this started. Hi everyone, this is Cockroach, and today we're gonna play Torment Tides of Numenera for the PS4. It's an indie game, it's supposed to be an RPG, and it's supposed to be very entertaining, so let's get this started. This game's supposed to have a lot of lore that we're gonna read up on, so if you don't like reading and you're not interested in lore, this might not be a game. But like I said, it's an RPG. It has a lot of content packed into one game, which is great. So I'm not gonna skip the cutscenes because I just want to see the intros. Pillars of Eternity. Damn. So yeah, a lot of people paid money for this game to be accomplished. You know, it's supposed to be like a reboot of an older game that did really good back in the day. But yeah, let's see. Sorry about that. Alright, so we'll let it load. Will you be female or male? Let's go with the male for this time.
Your mind wakes in darkness. Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
Wow. So that's a lot to take in. Okay, so let's continue.
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important, as if it once meant the world to you, but the details slip away as you grasp at them.
Deja vu?
Force your eyes open.
If it were me, I would see what the hell is going on with my body, so.
A white-pink fleshy cocoon surrounds you. Even as you look, a minor rent in its side tears open, and a howling wind forces its way inside.
I'm in a fucking cocoon.
The cocoon rips away, gone before you can grab it, spinning you into a dizzying tumble. You are falling, the world many kilometers beneath you. You catch a glimpse of a curved horizon, and also the ground beneath you that is approaching deceptively quickly. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing.
So I'm falling from the fucking sky.
a corona of acid green and black energy playing around its edges. The wind buffets you and burns your eyes, but you don't need to see the details of the faraway ground to know you're in serious trouble. You won't survive a fall from this stratospheric height. A part of your front mind babbles.
Oh fucking yeah, I fell from a thermospheric height.
You struggle to stay focused as the ground rushes toward you.
I'm gonna do number 2.
You spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small rooms, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground.
I'm gonna look at my body again.
From what you can see of your outstretched figure, you're wearing a black, body-hugging suit of some sort. Your skin is light brown, and you seem to have 5 fingers on each hand. A good set of muscles helps control your fall. Not bulky, but well-toned. But you can't examine yourself too closely without losing the little stability you've gained in the fall. In the distance,
Number 2.
is a perfectly circular golden waste, as well as volcanic fields that must be many kilometers across. A barren valley stretches like a scar across the landscape. Beneath you, and approaching very quickly, is a wide bay overlooked by an enormous city perched on the surrounding cliffs. The bay itself is littered with huge artifacts, ancient vessels, wrecked machines, and more. It looks like you will make impact among the latter.
I'm gonna do number 3. I have to keep trying. Can't try if you're gonna die, you know?
You're entirely unsuccessful in this. The pull of the earth is too strong, your leverage non-existent. Nothing happens. You have just enough time to see a mass of colors whirling about you before you crash into the building in the bay, unyielding and seemingly impenetrable, agony flaring along your body, the keen of a radically increasing energy cycle, and then darkness.
Darkness. Darkness. That's me? What the hell? Okay. Oh, okay, so I just wanted to see what would happen. Right. So I gotta study the empty bowl before me. Also, I gotta move this shit around. Okay. Hell yeah, we're gonna do number 1. Yep. Wait, let's examine it first. Prophetic light streaks across the surface of the bowl. What happens if I keep pushing it, like, keep examining it? Hungry edges that nip at your flesh. Damn. Thirst. Examine that motherfucker one more time. Alright, let's go with the mic. Alright, tutorial effort. So 3 stat pools. We have might, speed, and intellect. I tend to lean more to magic, so alright, let's continue. Spend might. Okay, so we're gonna have to use might in order to move because we need strength, so makes sense. Wait. Alright, so total cost. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Damn. Forgot about that. Alright. There you go. So I gotta move it now. Great. I just magically moved it. My mind. Great. Fucking great. Drop by drop, the ball fills, ripples. Pale blue luminescence stretches into the corners of the room. So it's gonna stretch. So it washes away the nearest shadows. I'm gonna be able to see where the hell to walk. So we're not whole yet. We're not a hole, we're just like semi-hole. Half a hole. A voice calls from somewhere high above. Damn, somebody's calling me. I wonder what kind of service you get down here. Alright. Metal waves roll over the floor below. So it's like one of those things we used to have when we used to be kids and we used to play with it. Like you'll put your hand on it and it'll give you like a print behind it. Forgot what that shit's called. You stand in front of the rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You've had a moment's respite from this water. Logged out. A bubble of stale air. Your resting point. You've breathed water before and you've lived decades beneath the waves, but this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius with machines, as you well know, but now... The fuck? What companion? The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. He believes it can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention, but that is hardly your concern. His mission cannot be delayed and must proceed. I'm not delaying that shit. Come on. This is taking too long. Cast a spell, an Essa tree. To fix the device yourself. I'm gonna go with magic. We put might, but let's try magic. You mumble a few words, drawing power from the air around you until a solution appears in your mind. You snatch the device from his hands, rewire it, and shove it back at him. Oh, he says, examining your work. Sorry, I was trying to improve the thing. You wave the device at the door, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links to water, boarded cells, and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Damn, so we're gonna go to some place that's like crazy, hopefully beautiful. Not creepy though, because we don't know what we're gonna find. Apparently each playthrough is like random, like so many possibilities. Anyways, we continue. Moments later, you're underwater again. It's closing around a strange yet familiar artifact you needed to complete something. It hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. Damn, that's that noise. Like an alarm, like we invaded somewhere. The guards won't be far behind. But what the hell are we? Is this like a castle? Run, you cannot come back for it. They won't be able to protect you forever. Let's do number 3 again. You run urgent fingers over the device fastened to your waist, a fog rising in your mind. A few can be used against the guards, but will also turn your skin to sin steel. Also wanting water to boiling wax, hardly ideal. Finally, you find a small silver sphere. Setting the sphere in place, you kick it desperately for the safety of a nearby alcove. You always gotta chill in the alcove, you know. Alright, the sphere whirls and unfolds into a spiraling vortex. The sphere at its center speaks a few polite words in an ancient language, then begins draining the surrounding water into itself at alarming speed. The approaching guards shout, then scream as they too are sucked into the whirlpool and ripped to pieces. You allow yourself a fleeting smile, but are all too aware that more alarm off in the distance. That's some bullshit. Whose house did we invade, and now the owner is probably pissed as hell because they're like, what the hell is this jigaboo doing in my house? The memory begins to fade as if you were being drawn backward through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into the gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. And by the way, that word I said earlier, I'm allowed to say it because I'm a minority, so don't panic. Anyways, there's something else, a gust of sour air pulling at you like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. Damn. Alright, let's move. So far the aesthetics of this place are amazing, and I'm liking the music. It's very old school, but like it has that little modern twist, you know. You're the reflection, so it's like a little mirror. Huh. Let me find out all this stuff is happening in your mind right now. Okay. You stand beside a woman on a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense, whatever you're going to say it. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately, this seems like the right place. Damn! Alright, so the woman says, her voice flat, neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we found? So we got three choices. We can either make her do whatever we want, or convince her with the wisdom of your superior intellect. I'm gonna go with number 3 again. Number 3 never failed us, so. A slight chill enters the air as you describe the potential power of the metallic disc below and the sea involved beneath it. She nods. So that's why your servitor machines are doing down there. You've already chosen this as the site, haven't you? She waits for your affirmation and says, "Alright, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. Damn, so we just found like some crazy place. We didn't even see the guards. We don't know who the hell we're fighting. We don't know who the enemy is. We don't know how they look like. So all we can do is just go forward. This game is no joke. It has a lot of lore, but I guess that's good, you know. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here. So they're gonna build us a place, you know, that's what's up. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with a human speed. Damn, bitch slapped. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Just Just looked at us and said, you know, said, fuck you. So, the companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? But who's our companion? Even she's clowning us, or he, whoever it is. So use the Numenera integrated into the construct body to overwhelm the behavior malfunction. So the Numenera, that's a keyword. Remember number 3, look for the deeper solution. Perhaps it's an effect of the metallic disc itself. Damn, we could go with number 1. It's tough. I'm gonna have to go with number 3. Number 3 has been like a number top choice so far. A mist falls into the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any trans-dimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged, bitch. It obediently trundles to the side of your new shelter. Nice. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind. Buffering, glitch, blocked by jagged block. You stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memories. Hurts. That's crazy. So a lot of this is like mind psychology type of stuff, which is great. I like that they make you read in order for you to understand what the hell's going on. I'm sure it's gonna pick up. Trust me. Hairs lift one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing and is hunting you. What the hell? Alright, chill. Chill, Bill. What the hell's going on? Alright, so we got another bala right here. Oh shit. A vision of a city springs up around you, your city, and flees. Hurry up, because we've got another person freaking haunting us. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. Damn. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen... Oh, so it's a she. Confirmed, the companion is a she. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. But even as you turn on the door of the tower, 2 of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large, his weapon a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheeted in glassy armor and holding a hilt with a sizzling invisible blade. Broken skull. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Great. So I got hyped because I'm here thinking she's like a female warrior, some She-Ra, I don't know, some Amazonian warrior or something. But no, she's too young apparently. It's just fine. We gotta protect her, but I'm thinking we had a warrior with us. Your enemies advance single file, confined by the parapet. Trade blows with the giant. You can handle it for at least a strike or 2. We'll do... See, number 3 looks successful, you know? Looks can be deceiving. The other one could be more... We'll do number 3. The memory seems crystal clear. The giant is menacing, is true, but the invisible blade of his companion is more worrisome still. The energy field that flickers and wavers around it suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level, tearing pieces of her target into nothingness. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is to tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting her turn to attack you, unable to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. Alright. But it's clear. She expects him to handle you, and her eyes roll behind you. Focus on your ward. She's certainly not expecting you to dive between the giant's legs and come up inside her. Whoa, come up inside her guard. Alright. Chill. She can't bring her blade to bear in time, and you drive your dagger under her chin. I drive it under her chin. She got a double chin. You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you and spin her around. The weapon slashes into the giant and he topples, bisected. Damn. The immediate threat ended. The focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. Damn! Where the hell are we? That's what I want to know. I want to get to safety. We're gonna do charge. Do we want to charge through them? It's gonna draw a lot of attention. Alright, let's play with more cautious, okay? It's number 2. I mean caution. And be cautious. So we creep down the hallway. Oh, it's bloodstained hall. Damn. The memory begins to fade and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temple throbs with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying on your feet, you see frantic movement within the borders of a mirror at the edge of the room. Wow, so basically you're either on some shit because you're tripping balls and you're imagining all this stuff in your mind, or it really is another dimension and you unlocked it and somehow you're trying to get back to your body. I'm gonna go with number 2. The border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocked symbols, daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more. But that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. What do you see it though? You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid and pull at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. Whoa. I don't know about that, but in their eyes, their actions, you see the memories you discover within the orbs and the choices you made. Shining like distant stars, your hand twitches at your side. And though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room and a slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. So we forgot we have somebody else hunting us. We killed the giant, so there has to be one more. Point at the doppelganger with the clever eyes. Now we will look creepy. Point at the intelligent doppelganger with the furrowed brow. He sounds like a hater. Point at the doppelganger with the mystical symbol on its brow. Let's see. We're gonna go with number 4. Ready? That's it? That's all he did? Alright, so whatever, you know. Let's try it one more time. Let's point at the doppelganger with the mystical symbol, because, you know, they might be tripping balls, and if they are, get them out the way. The doppelganger shoulders its way through the crowd, casually donning an 8-fingered glove. What? Then it digs its fingers into the glass between you. With a grunt, it tears a hole in the surface shaped like a pointed ear. Carefully, the doppelganger speaks an unfamiliar word into the ear, and the ground itself seems to turn in italic, as if you are standing inside the door the doppelganger has just opened. When you look around, the hole has disappeared and nothing has changed, or has it? The doppelganger plucks the 8-fingered glove from its hand and waits for your decision. An 8-fingered glove? What? I mean, what could we do with 3 extra fingers? I mean, we could do a lot with 3 extra fingers. We'll go with, yeah, that's who I am. The remaining doppelgangers scatter for the edges of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass. Its face exudes intelligence and confidence. Yes! Shadows of several devices shimmer all around it. Technology in several kinds from a myriad of past ages. You get the feeling you would be comfortable with all of it. The word nano sounds in your mind. Gain descriptor mystical. Nano or ñaño? Ñaño. Your doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you. Whoa, chill, pause. Filling you, chill, pause. Making you whole, chill. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awakening and unlocking vast mechanisms behind the walls. Suddenly a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds, like a bell if bells could rot. Something is coming. Chill. So we have an enemy coming. Is it the baby brother of the giant that we killed? The mirror fades, leaving a dark open doorway. You take a deep breath and step through. Alright, so now we can create our character. I was gonna cut this part, but I'm like, it's better we just have it, you know. So let me just look into it that way. I'm just gonna read into the choices just to see what I can have, and then we'll go from there. So let's see, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna read the little free manual that came with it because it gives you a little hint. Not that we're cheating, but I do want to get the upper hand when it comes to magic. So give me 1 second. Alright, so the choices and the memories and the mirror have begun to build your character, but now you have the opportunity to decide on a number of the details. And yes, we do want to customize what we're doing. So I was able to read the little free manual that came with it, and I see what I have to do. Let me just accommodate myself so it's a bit more easier for me. So obviously we're gonna go with magic because magic is what we're trying to do. So I was thinking of going with a more strength-based character, but I mean mystic is the way to go, you know. So they're called ciphers. So nanos are sometimes called mages, wizards, sorcerers, or witches by the people of the ninth world. Whatever they're called, nanos masters the mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to be perform miracles using esteries, spell-like invocations that combine gestures, command words, and psychic disciplines. They tap into nanospirits, luminous particles that suffuse the landscape to alter reality or things that they couldn't otherwise know. Damn, that's crazy. So, what can I do right now? Which is, alright, so let's see if we can we increase anything? I don't think we can increase anything at this point. Stat pools are the resources you use to apply effort or activate abilities. Great. Okay, so this is what we need. So, can we get more? Oh yeah, we can. Damn. Oh, so we got 2 points, so let's definitely want an intellect. We definitely do need strength. Let's leave it at that. Okay, character create. Abilities unlocked by your attack can be active actions, such as attacks or spells like esteries or unique passive effects. Great, we do need passive effects, especially if we want something to like shield us or ward us from other enemies. Scan thoughts. Do we have all these, or we have to, I guess? Oh shoot. What did I pick? Okay, scan thoughts. Allow you to perform in battle, provide benefits, can activate during exploration. I do need that. Teleport one ally to a point within range. That could be useful, especially if there's treasure that we're gonna need to scavenge. But we do need the defense, so I'm gonna take that one for now. Most skills increase your chance of success on specific kinds of actions and tasks. Each skill starts with the double bullshit's novice level. It can be increased to the little bubble bullshit and the empty bullshit. Trained in double bubble bullshit, specialized, granting greater bonuses at each level. Description often leaves some skills at the red bullshit's inability level, meaning they inflict penalties. Damn. So I have to make sure basically that I'm pretty much well versed in whatever it is I'm gonna choose. Oh great. Alright, let's see what we can choose. Right, so we have lower machinery. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Doesn't sound too enticing, so. I think I like the mystical lore one. We'll see if we can we even pick that up? Oh yes we can. Oh yeah. Oh shit, so I don't know. from what the thing said, the manual is, the worlds are gonna be mechanical and organic, but a lot of the things that we're gonna encounter are gonna be organic. So I'm gonna lean more towards the natural one. Only glaives receive training in weapon skills. So I get no weapon, really? Wow. So these are all my... Oh no, those are the other ones. No, I prefer mystical, to be honest with you. Oh, it doesn't have to have... Okay, it can't do heavy weapons. That's the negative bullshit. Pay attention to the smallest details, noticing clues that others often miss. Okay, I see now. Whoops. My control fell. It happens ever so often. It's bullshit. Alright, anyways. Intelligent, that sounds like something we might want to put because of the intellect pool. You cannot use heavy weapons or medium weapons, which kind of sucks. Let's see what learned. Lower natural, machinery skill. So we can heal, we can concentrate, we cannot use weapons. And that kind of sucks. Mechanical. Observant. Charming. Willpower, okay. Okay, this is more like an assassin, which is kind of nice. Good option, but no. I don't know, there's a lot of like negatives that I do want the magic because we want to benefit from that intellect. So let's look at intellect and let's look at mystical, and then we're just gonna pick whichever one. So alright, so that's +2, and so we get the cipher use. Oh, we're going for the mystical. Yeah, might as well. I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, it's gonna suck if we get no weapons, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of artifacts that we're gonna be able to loot. So are we in a maze right now? Is that what it is? We're in a maze and we're trying to get out of it to get back to our physical body or entity, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's some bullshit though. Why put us through that test and I couldn't even see who the hell was our enemy. Okay. The Spectre. Everything about the spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. What you want, bitch? We weren't sure that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures here and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections, they're more like shadows now. What the hell? So they're upset because I picked mystical? Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Got it. Your body's still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. He shrugs. It shouldn't be too hard. Okay. Do we even have items? Let me see. No items. Do we have abilities? This will do. Before I met you, it felt like something was haunting me. Do you know what that was? Who are you? How do you know? Let's ask the first. Let's address the elephant in the room. He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's Debo. Hide your chains. Debo's coming. I hope it's lost interest in you if it finds we're done for. Who are those other people? You call them reflections. If this place is my mind, why don't I remember? Okay, let's go with number 2. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections. People you knew, people you met in the real world, and with whom you shared some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why, it just happens. Number 2. It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how people say in the first place, this is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Tell me about, who are you? He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering. I'm you. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you with the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happened next. How do you know all of this? All that you're telling me? He throws up in his hand in frustration. He throws up in his fucking nasty. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know this place was made for you, for us. And I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine. A resonance chamber. Damn, so they have crazy technology that can heal you even if you bust your ass from a high ass place. What's a resonance chamber? Yeah, we have to ask what that is. I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. What do you mean by attune the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Body that is your body in the real world needs the tides to survive. That means the tides and Numenera, bitch. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. Alright, so how do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down here. I'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tide things should take care of it. Take care of itself. Tides with OxyClean. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the residence chamber and activate it. Then we can. What in the hell is that? Oh shit! What is this? It's the sorrow. Debo, hide the chains. Oh no! The sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them. Destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Okay, so the first fight. Oh shit! What do I do? A crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. We're not talking our way out of this one. We have to like injure this motherfucker. So each turn you can take one purple little bullshit action to attack or activate an ability. You can also make one big chance move or just run away. But we're not gonna do that. If we die, we're gonna have to just redo it again. That reflection here, you kill it, you lose your sword. So use L to move the reticle at the center of the screen, then X to move or attack. Constant length is a higher character now. Alright. Okay, so that's what we gotta do. We're just gonna point at it and press X. Effort can be applied to attacks to increase your chances. As with other attacks, each level of effort increases your chances by 20% at the cost of 1 point from the stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons and abilities use might or intellect instead. Okay, so do I have extra points? I don't want to waste those points. Fuck it. Let's go all out. Might as well. Ah man, you gotta be kidding me. So we have these things in my mind. You can sacrifice your purple bullshit action for the turn to double. Move instead of attacking. The movement preview lines turns purple when all weapon position that requires a double. Nah, I'm good. Wait, what? Out of range. So we gotta skip the turn. Whatever. And they keep escaping. That's 3 of them already. How the... You gotta be kidding me. I messed up. That's 4. When you apply effort and attack, it also increases the damage. We don't got that much left. I'm just gonna use 2. Ah shit. It's infecting. Fettles are temporary conditions or status effects that can improve or reduce your stats. The sorrow has just placed a fettle on the remaining reflection. You can't remove this fettle, but you may find a way to overcome it. So how do I overcome this motherfucking fettle? The armor stat reduces physical damage. The fettle the sorrow placed on this character has boosted his armor by 10, meaning it will absorb 10 points of damage from each attack. This reflection armor is now too high for you to overcome with your unarmed attack. skids, the reflection is protected somehow. You need to find a way to hit it even harder. Grab the piece of mirror glass. It might have enough residual energy to kill the reflection. Wait. To pick up the loot, use L to move to the reticle over the object and then press X. Press triangle to take all or select the individual item you want to press X. Chill. Dude, no! I keep fucking up. That's 5. You see? I messed up right there. And now we're gonna die. That's 6. There's gonna be 6 of those motherfuckers that kept getting summoned. And they're gonna keep invading my mind. Let's just pick up this weapon. Okay. Pick up your thing! Loot! There you go. Okay, so now... Okay, so now we're gonna use item. Okay, not bad. We survived. Good, good, not bad. You pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. He holds his head in his hands. I can't believe it found us. And here. He looks at you, terror in his eyes. That thing, the sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. Damn. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome there. Go now. Wow. Okay. Once we get to a save point, we're gonna save and then probably end it there. This was very intense. I love the reading. I love the graphics. I love the music so far. It's definitely a very original game. But I see it building up. I love how everything is just psychological. You don't know what's real, what's not real, or you know, the lore. Just the genre of the game. It's very.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to toast.
Where did you fall from?
So wonder he's still breathing.
His body smashed.
All
to
I
toast.
saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Wow. The hell? If not the no. So it's Alligator. Not that yet, baby. Got a trophy, good. And it's a silver one. That's awesome. So item gained. Mind Forge Pleading. -3 to -3 to speed. -15 to esoteric attacks. Plus 10% on weapon attacks. Damn. So this was more for like a tank type of no, not even a tank. This is more like a what? Yeah, like a dexterity type of character. So Alligator. What was that? What did you do, Calistige? His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is this man's kaleidoscope of tattoos, writhing across his forearms. He wore a long dark coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. I like how she has her body. That's crazy. Good shit. Calistige. You blame me? He admitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to the fantastic healing process. Obviously, Allergen. Oh, that's the chamber. Okay. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Gained item, Mind Forge plate. Okay, that's what I had. Allergen says, "Oh yes, it's obvious, Calastige." His voice is grim and clipped. Then he sees you looking at him. "You're no ordinary mortal. We know that much. Start talking." His face is hard and set. So we use the scan thoughts bullshit. He's the changing god. Calastige is deliberately blinding herself, but why? "I'm no ordinary mortal. What do you mean? Where am I? How did I get here?" I'm gonna do number 4. "You fell an incredible distance, yet here you are talking. Do you really not?" He cocks his head to the side. He cocks his head? Chill. "You don't know, do you? I'm starting to think you're not him." Starting to think, Allergen? Tell me, is it a novel experience? He's gonna scan thoughts again. Allergen's being more paranoid than usual. How long must I put up with him? It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He's calling us a god? He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. "Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me?" "You're familiar with the word changing, Allergen? It implies inconstancy. Thus, the changing god may well have changed." Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. "You have to forgive him. He believed you're someone he once knew. Even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you are newly born." So, Calastige. Her most solid self curtsies, while others bow or spin. That's some trippy ass shit. So you're looking at somebody talking to you, and they're performing a whole bunch of other twirls and spins around themselves. I and my sisters am Calastige. This is Allergen. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his home. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. So, I'm not gonna ask where are we yet. I'm gonna ask if there are any other cast-offs. So, choice number 3. Choice number 3 has not let us down yet. Dozens, hundreds. Who can say your sire has been doing this for several centuries? Wow. Okay. So Allergen seems to be the one that's hating here, because we got, you know, she's pretty cool about it. So Allergen's gonna say, though, if all of them were born the way you claim the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder any of them survived. So you say I was born when the changing god left, but why am I not dead? I used a cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage still would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do? If you've constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each one better than the last. You want to live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies, fast, powerful. Maybe throw in regeneration while you're at it. This motherfucker's asking for a lot. So Calastige is the babe. I mean, she's trippy. She got a lot of sisters all in one. Maybe a lot of personalities. Maybe a little paranoid psycho. But she's She may be main waifu in this game. The changing god has always been Bane. He rarely stays long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. She looks you up and down, her smile suddenly unnerving. Perhaps the changing god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. Trying to cut ass? Did the changing god abandon my body? Where is he now? Probably saying right here in front of us. If he abandoned your body, then his consciousness fled to another. He eyes you keenly. Calistige, oh, do stop. The look she gives Allergen is equally piercing, amplified by the withering glares of her sisters. If there's one thing we know about the changing god, dear, it's that he always has a contingency. This child was born here. The object of your obsession will have been reborn somewhere else. Do you know anything about the tides? Yeah, we gotta ask about tides with OxClean. I've heard about the term before, a subject your sire studied in great depth. I'm afraid it is in my field of inquiry. What was the blast of it? Oh, so what was that blast of energy when I woke? As I was telling my colleague, it was obviously a physiological reaction of some kind, or the same bullshit which she told us before. You mean aside from your miraculous reformation, for one thing, there's your tattoo. All cast-offs have one. So we're like a clone? Arnold Schwarzenegger? Wow. Oh, 4. She sighs an expiration and says to you, what do you think? Are you a newborn child? Or are you a powerful immortal whom death has robbed of his memories? Scan thoughts. This should be interesting. Fine, what do you think? There's so much I don't know, remember. Number 1. Let's go with number 1. Wow. That got him, but I knew it. He looked at Calistige, triumph lighting his eyes. I knew it. Silver Tide raised a small amount. Silver Tide, what the hell? So we got different tides? She shakes her head scornfully. He said, what if, Allergen? Honestly, would one who has lived so cautiously for so many years casually admit his identity to people like us? We'll see. If you are the changing god, you'll have a lot to answer for to a lot of people. His voice is grim, and then he looked steadily at her, resentment apparent in every line of his frame. He crosses his arms and sighs. Number 1. If it did, it was damage in our minds. So how you check if it carked her? I couldn't say. Though to find normalcy there? Tough to find normalcy there. At least we know it didn't hurt Allergen. That skull is as thick as organic stone. Right? Let's see. Who are we? What is this place? Find us as number 1. A sanctum of your sires, the common belief is he has several such places throughout the 9th world. Damn. Different paths, possibly other worlds as well. We were merely only just able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. Let's see. Ask that one. With how hard you hit the ground, I'm surprised that's all you saw. His face is calm, but his voice is bitter and tired. You should know, shouldn't you? You've ruined lives, committed crimes, and now it seems like you've forgotten the harms you've engineered. You've left a trail of the dead and dying behind you. She and her echoes share an expression that is equal parts amused and appalled. He's not the changing god, Allergen. If falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? excellent question. Having seen your regenerative abilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical, a regrowth. If that's the case, you'd be unable to survive most varieties of psychic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degenerative disease could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. Ooh, what happened? Chill. As she speaks, a vision flashes into your mind. It's not yours exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from the many machines surrounding of you. What about a body that can withstand the sorrow's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind, physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up an image of a crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point. A catalyst. The memory fades. Calistige is still talking. Calistige, baby girl. You realize that the device you saw in the memory is identical to the one behind you now. It looks just like the Spectre had described it. A transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome, with mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered. The sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is in pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, it clearly needs repair. Wow. Or flesh-eating viruses. One presumes disfigurement by the iron wind would likewise be devastating enough too. We weren't paying attention to you, Calistige. I'm sorry. I think he gets the point, Calistige. I saw you stare into space while Calistige graphically described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. He snorts. I only noticed because I did the same thing. Do either of you know anything about the sorrow? So we need to know what the hell the sorrow is, because the sorrow is becoming an issue. I've had my share of sorrows, but never the sorrow. What's that? A disease? Her mouth compresses in a tight line. I know nothing about it. Do either of you know how to fix the crystal chamber there? Yes, we got a quest too. Aliger chuckles, then firm and certain he says, not likely. Though it might not be impossible. You need people with the appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the code of the changing god will hold the answer. Calistige says, her taste is evident in the expressions of her echoes, although the face of the one in the lead remains carefully impassive. So I love how they're describing like their face or how they are before they actually say something. So she says, you turn to the insane to help a newborn? Where's your judgment, Aliger? I would take him to the order of the truth. So that means if there's an order of the truth, there's got to be an order of the lie. Probably. The order of truth, are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. I mean, that reminds me of like Templars and other RPG games. And Templars don't usually always end up in good story plot lines. So, I mean, let's see. Calistige, will you take me to the order of truth? Okay, so we don't want to go to the order of the truth. What about the code of the changing god? Let's ask what the code of the changing god is. Well, the order of truth first. Knowledge seekers that learn, who try to wrest secrets from our hearts of the prior worlds, they gather in the city to exchange their findings and to help humanity to build a brighter future. She smiles brightly. Our friend Aligen here was one of them. Frauds, quacksalvers, and charlatans. They don't have all the answers, and I don't trust them with the changing god secrets. You're just angry that they couldn't help you with yours. Her echoes tinkle laughter. But I am being too cruel, dear Allerger. Let us take our new friend to the Order. What's the cult of the Changing God? Despite what she says, they're not insane, they're eccentrics. She laughs, but he soldiers on. They're worshippers of, well, of you or your sire, the Changing God. They devote their lives to understanding your kind. I don't know. Do we want to go? The thing is, Calistige has a very, very cool like outfit, but if I go with Allerger, there's possibility of getting some tan because it's gonna be devoted. Okay, sorry. Let me retract that. Well, there's gonna be maybe more opportunity for better things if I go with him. So, fine. Let's. We could go by our that we don't want to do right now. Let's just see what the cult has in stock for us. A wise choice. Your worshippers aren't likely to cut you apart, and they're sometimes fools. But they collect knowledge and data. They'll tell you more than you care to know about whoever you are. They could give you a good counsel. She sniffs and gives Allergen an acid glare. Good counsel? The best counsel is to come with me. I'll accompany you. When you change your mind, you'll need an introduction to the Order of Truth. Fine, we'll both go, but don't be surprised when Calistige leaves you broken in a ditch with your purse empty, while she laughs it off as a good experiment. Suspicious as always, Allergen. Child, the world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. A sunny smile crosses her faces. Scan thoughts. I shudder to think what Allergen might do to the child. What the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot the companion. But she's not even there. I love how Calistige has that that spunky personality. Why do you want to go with me? What's in it for you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Scan thoughts. Who knows what secrets this child could help me find. If I can help him live long enough. Not to him. Oh no, my control fell. Give me. Alright, sorry about that. I thought my control was fine, but it was actually dying, so I had to switch. So Adrian says, "Kid, you're not safe here, and not just because you're new. Treasure hunters troll the reef, scavengers who would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from, what you were." Scan thoughts. If he's not the Changing God, he needs my help, and if he is... Alright, let's go. Companions. You've gained your first companions. They will follow the last cast off and be controlled during the crisis. You can speak to them about their past and take advantage of their unique abilities and skills. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join you as you travel through the ninth world. Damn! You see their faces? It's crazy. Okay, so we're able to explore now. Is there any way I can save? Oh, I can save now. Okay, great. So we're gonna save now, and we're gonna leave it here because we're gonna explore more next time. But anyways, this is Cockroach. I hope you enjoyed the first part 1 of Torment Tides in Numenera. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Peace.